of video and also vision.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon, DJ Mamu. And let me say a pleasant good afternoon to the listeners of DJ Mamu.
RadioTT.com.
RadioTT.com. I need to write down that now. DJ Mamu, RadioTT.com. Okay, that's straightforward. Yes, a pleasant good afternoon to you guys. Always a pleasure to be in your company. And those of you in various parts of the world that may be listening, well, I have to say pleasant good day. So we had a very interesting discussion last week. We touched on a number of things. We spoke about situations with skin. I think we touched on circulation. So today, we're going to speak about, the biggest culprit in the room, which is diabetes. A lot of persons, have, they hear things about diabetes. Some people are affected by diabetes. Some persons are told that they have early signs of diabetes. So that's what we're going to talk about. What really is diabetes? What are some of the signs of diabetes? What can you do to really address that whole diabetic situation? And of course, what do we at Batson and Associates really do to help that situation? Do we offer any products, any supplements, any services for that? So that is the vein in which the discussion will go today. Keep in mind, we do have an aspect of where feedback is concerned, in terms of to get your questions. And of course, I'm going to share the telephone numbers for our clinics, our locations. Keep in mind, we are live on social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook, on Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT, and on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. So always a pleasure. And keep in mind, as I said, it's an open forum. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions. DJ Mamu, just remind me what numbers they'll be using for the questions.
Yes, the telephone number to dial for questions, it's 337-2287, 337-2287. And also, you can WhatsApp your call, 337-2287. We'll receive it in studio, and the questions will be posed to Dr. Jason Batson. That's live in studio today. We do apologize again for the late start of the program, but as sometimes things do happen, and we continue regular program. Doctor?
Yes, most certainly. Yes, a pleasant good afternoon to Ms. Janice Hampton. She says, hello, Dr. Batson and team. This is on our Facebook, Batson and Associates Limited. So, diabetes. Diabetes is basically a situation where the body has too much glucose in the bloodstream itself. Now, glucose, which is the simplest form of sugar, plays a significant role in metabolism. Our body primarily uses sugar or glucose for energy. But the thing is your body doesn't, glucose has to be stored in a particular place. So someone who is diabetic, what it basically means is that the glucose is staying in the blood, and it is staying in the blood for a very extended period of time. Now, why that is problematic is because glucose is very oxidative. What does that mean? It means it creates a lot of free radical damage. It could damage the blood vessels, it could damage the lining of the blood vessels, it could cause your blood vessels to become very hard and stiff, and as a result of that, they tend to break easily, and they have a lot of cracks in them, and you could have problems with circulation, which is why most people who end up with diabetes are actually persons who would end up with serious poor circulation issue, and then as a result of poor circulation, they end up with what is known as neuropathy or nerve damage as a result. Now, you have 5 types of diabetes. You have type 1 diabetes, which is known as insulin-dependent diabetes. You have type 2, which is diabetes mellitus, which simply means that the body is producing insulin, but the receptor cells, they're not getting that connection, that message is not going through to open the doors. So the keys for the doors not functioning. To open the doors that your body is going to store the glucose in those rooms to be later on used. So you have a problem with what we call glucose intolerance. Then you have type 3 diabetes, which is known as gestational diabetes, which pregnant women get, and it is usually as a consequence of the hormonal imbalance or changes that take place in the body during pregnancy, and as a result of that, you end up with some disruptions in the hormonal aspect, and you could have less insulin, and as a result of that, you may have problems with diabetes. Then you have type 4, which is early onset diabetes, which is much easy to fix. It's just the body now telling you, listen to me, you're now getting this. And then you have type 5, which is even easier which is where, you're getting this pre-diabetic situation, which can definitely be corrected. So that's the 5 types of diabetes that you have. As I said, with type 1, you're primarily recommending what? Insulin, right? You'd have things like Humulin and whatever other insulin that may be recommended or they may have at that particular point in time. And for type 2 diabetes, you would use things like sulfonylureas, hypoglycemic agents, so things like metformin, glucophage, diamicron, Dionel, and the others. So what do we at Batson and Associates offer for that? What is the root cause of this particular diabetes situation? The thing is, if you have situations with diabetes, there are some things you need to look at. You need to look at, one, your weight, because that's a contributory factor. But you also need to look major, maximum important at your digestion and your assimilation. So in other words, your stomach health or your colon health. So if your colon is starting to give you problems, you don't have proper sufficient bowel movement, you're not drinking sufficient amount of water, you find you have a lot of bloating, a lot of gas. That is your body telling you, listen to me, something is wrong with the way my body utilizes food. So it means now that you're having some problems with proper food, or what is known as proper assimilation. Very, very important. And that is something that can contribute to diabetes. So that's something you need to pay attention to. So what's going on with your stomach? Do you have bloating? Do you have belching? Do you have a lot of constipation issue? And do you have diabetes? That could actually be one of the causative factors or contributory factor to that entire situation. Keep in mind, we are Batson and Associates senior medical consultants in natural and integrated medicine with locations throughout Trinidad and Tobago. For the Chaguanas office, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. For the Debe office, we are located on the corner of Ramsey Mooch Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. The telephone number is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515. The St. James office is located on the Red Edge Mall, or in rather, Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number is 220-8113, 220-8113. And the Tobago number is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. The location, rather, and the number is 226. That's 226-4553. 226-4553. Keep in mind, if you are overseas and you need to book an online consultation with any one of our senior consultants, the telephone number for that would be 1-868, that's 1-868, which is our area code, 373-2388. So again, that's 1-868-373-2388. And for our international clients, for follow-ups, you can call 1-868-366-0180. Again, that's 1-868-366-0180. So you're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, your natural healthcare provider. Keep in mind, as I said, we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook, on Instagram. We are Batson and Associates TTRC. We have now been joined by Ms. Giselle Patti. Ms. Nikki Sham is here. On our Facebook, we have Ms. Marge Hall. She says, Dr. Batson, they have a real busy day today. They're not complaining. Online and listening. That is in Canada. So Canada is in the house. So let me take you over again to DJ Mamu, who will remind you of those telephone numbers. And don't be shy. I know you're not accustomed to us as it, but any questions you have, any health condition, feel free. DJ Mamu laughing. Don't be scared. The doctor don't bite. Today's Thursday. I don't bite on a Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday could get away.
You have a biting day.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Dr. Jason Batson is a doctor's name well known in this country for the last 13.5 years.
Yes.
And when he started this business about seeking the interest of people and their health, it was something that took a lot out of him.
Yes.
And he persevered to get there by doing all the extra studies to become a doctor. Initially, he was just Jason Batson of the company, but now he has moved up the ladder to Dr. Jason Batson because he cares for people and he wants the citizens of this country to live as long as possible, to the time given for you and to you, 3 scores and 10, and some people are going into 80s and so on, which is very, very good. So if you feel you have an issue with your health and you're shy, as doctor mentioned, and you don't wish to talk about it on the air, you can call him personally and he will talk to you about it, give you some counseling and so on, and whatever it is, and get your health intact. People who are approaching 45 these days should begin to start to think about their health. It is not like mine when you were 45 years and you were looking good, and when you reach 75, you're still good. Things have changed, and what has changed drastically is our lifestyle, our way of eating, our way of doing things, and that has affected us holistically, but in fact, on our health. The number to dial if you'd like to ask any question right now. I see we have Sumati Lady in the house, Vida, Patsy, Susan Eva, Anthony Ramsundar, and all these great listeners. Please, if you have any questions, please send your message, or you can call us right now, 337-2287. I believe calls are free today.
Yes. Yes, today only.
Yeah, today only. So all those people who would like to call in, WhatsApp calls are free, 337-2287. Call us now, pose your questions, and let us challenge Dr. Jason Batson for all the 5-6 years he studied to become a doctor. Let us see what he has learned over those years.
See, well, I can't say my parents because it was me, it was my money. Let's see if the money was worth it. Yes. Definitely, one of the things as it relates to diabetes, and what I want persons to get from this program, and as I said, I have known DJ Mamu for so long. DJ Mamu was one of the persons responsible for, introducing me rather and training me as it relates to proper radio etiquette, because you realize Mr. Mamu talks the Queen's English, so he makes sure that on those the genesis of those days when I actually used to come there, DJ Mamu would say, okay, make sure and say this, you make sure and put things as this, and I so appreciate that, because I have gotten better and better over time. And the same could apply for individuals as regards to your health, because you see what you have to understand. We live in a country where we are faced with a number of challenges as regards to health and what persons experience. We have been seeing a significant increase in the situation of diabetes. We have seen a significant increase as it relates to blindness. And that's one of the things I want to talk about. When you are diabetic, you need to mind your business. The people have a saying, I tell persons, diabetes, if you don't know how to deal with it, you could be likened to a block of ice in the sun. And if you put a block of ice in the sun, it doesn't last long, right? And it's, it basically just melts away. And that is what happens to the human body when someone is afflicted with diabetes so badly that they don't know where to turn, they don't know what to do. Now, I have never been a critic, and I will never be, but I always tell persons, you have to look at what makes sense. And I often tell persons, you cannot be sick for years. That doesn't make any sense. We have something known as the common cold. Usually when you get the common cold, some people get the cold once for the year. Some people get the cold once every 5 years. Some people get the cold every week they're sick. Because it depends on your immune system. But generally, when you get the cold, if you have the cold and a week pass, 2 weeks pass, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a year, you wouldn't start to get worried? You would be concerned, because usually a cold not supposed to last so long. I tell persons, I know when I'm getting sick. From the time I feel some sort of irritation close to my tonsils there, I know my body is saying, hey, something wrong. And I would take the necessary precautions where I would use. There are a number of products we carry at Batson and Associates. There's a particular water that we carry called Alkagen water, which does make a difference. That water has something known as ORP, which is oxidative reduction potential, which means the water is an antioxidant water. So that is already helping with your immune system. If you have a blood sugar situation, it's going to help with the diabetes. It's starting to regulate the blood sugar, because hydration is important. Remember, human body is 70% water, so it's vitally important that you give your body the specific requirement as it relates to water. That's one thing. What about, we have a product called Advanced Chlorophyll. And these products are available both locally and internationally. Advanced Chlorophyll is a nutrient-dense greens. Now, the thing is, whenever you're dealing with diabetes, you want greens in your diet. Why? Because greens actually have the ability to help in reducing blood sugar or blood glucose levels. It also has the ability to help with the pancreas and to help with the metabolism. In addition to that, one of the things I often tell persons as well too is there's a product we carry called blood sugar control. We even carry a blood sugar tea. So the regime and the programs are designed in such a way to help you not to deal with the diabetes per se, no, but to deal with the root cause. Where is this diabetes coming from? Is it a metabolic problem? Is it a thyroid problem? Because do you know if you have thyroid problems can actually affect your blood sugar levels as well as your blood pressure levels. So that is why it is vitally important that we determine exactly what is the issue. Where is this coming from? What's the condition of your intestines? How is your bowel movement? Do you get bowel movement on a daily basis? How many bowel movements do you get for the day? How much fiber do you have in your diet? When you're speaking about diabetes, fiber is essential. It is paramount because you have two types of fiber. You have soluble fiber, which is actually goes into the bloodstream and help in the regulation of blood glucose level. And you also have insoluble fiber, which is retained or goes through the colon. And what that does, it helps to decrease the transit times. So as opposed to taking 4 hours to get a bowel movement, once your meal has sufficient fiber, you can get a bowel movement in 2 hours or an hour and a half, because that fiber is going to increase the metabolism, what is known as peristalsis, which is muscular movement through the digestive tract, and actually help in a faster or a quicker elimination of waste from the body. So there is a plus where that is concerned. So, feel free to call, get the information. We also have a pensioner special that we will be running from now on. And that pensioner special is a very good special. You can actually get the information on our social media page in terms of the price. So you can call any one of the offices, but you get the live blood, the dry blood. You get the blood analysis, and you also get blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol tests, right? And that's actually an entire package that we designed for the pensioners, quite reasonably priced. It's like about 40% off of the original price that we had, which is the 4-in-1 special. So take advantage of that. You're an older individual, you have some challenges. This morning, I actually did a program this morning and I spoke about pain. And I tell persons, pain is nothing good. Whenever you have pain, it is an indication from the body that something is significantly wrong. If you have joint pain, so if you may have been diagnosed with osteoporosis or arthritis, that is a situation that you're going to be in some problems with. And you have to understand that this is something that you need to work on and get things going. A client on our Instagram is asking, hello, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Have you received your teas? The teas are actually in Trinidad. We're just having a little challenge right now, but we're working on it. So we should have our teas dispersed shortly. Okay. Miss Florence Nightingale says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Miss Augustine Forestine, she says, good afternoon, Dr. JB. And of course, we have a client is asking the question, as regards to the eye drops, can the eye drops help with cataract? So this client is actually referring to an eye drop that we carry. We have been carrying this eye drop for the past 10 years. It is actually an eye, referred to as eye optics formula. And what it actually does is to improve the removal of waste from the eyes. It is literally like an eye detox, where it actually cleans. A lot of people do not know that your eyes can hold a lot of toxins. And as a result of that, that could actually impair your sight. People who experience that, if you find you have runny eyes, your eyes are always watering, your eyes are always burning, they're always scratching you. You find you may work in an environment where you deal with a lot of dust and that type of thing. That eye optics formula is something going to help you. And it is available at our offices, at our locations. Keep in mind, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. We are also on the corner of Ramsamut Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Davie. That telephone number is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515. That's for Davie, corner Ramsamut Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Davie. Chaguanas is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. St. James is the Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and that number is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. Let me just come. I think I made a slight error with Chaguanas. Chaguanas is first floor Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. That telephone number is 226-4553. We have our open clinic days. We have open clinic day on Saturday, Monday to Saturday in Chaguanas, which means you do not necessarily have to have an appointment. However, if you plan to do the blood analysis, if you plan to do the magnetic resonance scan, you need to fast for 2 hours. But we do take walk-in clients. And keep in mind, our international listeners, if you want to book your consultation online with any one of our senior consultants, you can call 1-868-373-2388. Again, that's 1-868-373-2388. A lot of trees here, but and for international to follow up, you can also call 1-868-366-0180. Again, 1-868-366-0180. DJ Mamusa, to you.
Yes, those numbers given there, those are the numbers to get to the office and to make your appointment and have your consultation done on your health. It's important. And what I like about the system there, they work with the blood first. The blood analysis is important. The blood analysis tells the doctor exactly what is going wrong, what is about to happen, and how you have preventative measures to take care of your health on djmamuradiott.com. Right, so the number to call in studio, 337-2287, 337-2287. For the international listeners, 1-868-337-2287, 1-868-337-2287. Make your call now. You use WhatsApp. Again, WhatsApp is free today to call on the program.
Hold it today.
All entire day today. WhatsApp has given that authority and passed that inspection for us. Yes. So please give us a call, 337-2287, and get your question in. I see Vida. Yes, Vida, you can call in. Yes, right away. You can call right now, and Doctor will answer your questions. And to all our international listeners, now linking on djmamuradiott.com. This program goes until 3:20. We started 20 minutes after 2 o'clock, so we have to understand what happened with the central power supply and so on.
Yes.
But we are on. And Dr. Jason Batson is a seasoned man in this business about health, and questions need to be asked so that you could understand more clearly what's happening with your body, especially the blood. If the blood is not properly well cleaned and working properly and getting to the areas of the organs that need good blood supply, then you are in for a challenge.
Yes.
Am I speaking correct, Doctor?
Yeah, you're quite correct. And I'll elaborate on that in a little bit here. Let me just address someone on the social media. So this lovely young lady asked the question. She wants to know if she could use her mother's age to get the pensioner special. Yeah, I know. Yeah. She said. Well, let's say Miss Catherine Sucre. She said, "Well, I waited for him to answer." Say yes. So they having a ball here.
That is a health issue.
Yeah, that's a health issue. She said, and she told me, she said she's 99. But she could almost get two pensioner special there. That's a pensioner special and a half. With that 99. You understand? Yeah, yes, DJ Mabu. Well, Miss Jones, I'll think about it. So, as you mentioned with circulation, the reason why a lot of persons have problems with circulation, as you rightfully said, is that blood is responsible for two very important things. It's responsible for transporting oxygen and nutrients, and it is also, it is responsible, for transporting oxygen and nutrients. The thing with a lot of persons is that if you're not getting proper blood flow, you can think about it like a garden. Let's say you're planting lettuce, you have a field of lettuce, and irrigation is only reaching half of the lettuce. The next half that is not getting irrigation, what will happen eventually? It will die. And the same applies to the human body. If you're not getting proper blood circulation, why do you think a lot of persons who are diabetic end up as amputees, they actually lose limbs. You could lose a whole leg. You could lose 2 legs. You could lose a toe. You know, interestingly, we had some testimonies, and we had a very good client of ours from St. James who came to us, and she had a serious diabetic ulcer, and in 6 weeks, that ulcer began to close up significantly, and this is an ulcer that she had for years. And that is because the protocol that we recommended, we started to deal with the blood circulation, get this blood flowing to these individuals, and that's very, very to different parts of the body rather. And the same applies. So you find if you're having problems with headaches, other times it means you're not getting sufficient blood flow to the brain. You're dehydrated. Your eyes. DJ Mami, let me know when we have the caller, so I will stop.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So with your eyesight, you find you're getting blurred vision. There's a condition that diabetics usually suffer called diabetic retinopathy, which is actually the retina being detached at the back of the eye, and you actually have bleeding at the back of the eye. You just listen to how that sounded. That is not sounding like, you know, 2 weeks in some part of the world on some island. That's sounding like a lot of problems. And you know, the thing is, you know, there's a saying we have in natural medicine. We say genetic load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. Always remember that. Genetic loads the gun, but lifestyle pull the trigger. Don't be giving yourself an extra saying, well, you know, diabetes running my family. No, my family, I come from a family of a lot of diabetics, I'm telling you. The last time I did an A1C, it was about 4.5. I refused to get diabetes. And it has a lot to do with certain dietary factors. And it's very easy to fix, it's easy to reverse. But you just have to put yourself for the commitment. As I often tell persons, I said, discipline and consistency will always get you way further than talent. Natural talent, regardless of what it is you're doing, consistency and discipline always works out for you. So you have to be consistent, you have to be disciplined with the dietary regime. We're not saying you're going to do like a 90-10%. So 10%, you're eating snack and that kind of thing. We wouldn't kill you for that. But the 90% of the times, you must eat sensible. Things like your quinoa, things like using your whole grain, things like your chia seeds. And at Batson Associates, we carry a wide range of supplements. We have the diabetic formula. We have something known as balanced circulation. We have a product called inflammation formula. Watch me, we never have enough of that. That actually deals with inflammation in the body. So people who are in pain, if your knee hurting you, how much time? Some of you, when this rainfall here, well, some of you could not get up at all. Because is every cracking, everybody making noise. Sometimes when you get up, it's like an orchestra. You're hearing cracking in the knee, the ankle, the shoulder. No. That is an indication of osteoarthritis. So your body, your bones are comprised of magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus in the form of calcium phosphate. The problem with a lot of individuals is that you are so acidic, or your body is consistently trying to maintain homeostasis, equilibrium, or balance. And what your body is doing is pulling calcium from your bones in order to fix the situation. People who end up with thyroid problems. If your thyroid is the organ or the gland that is actually control how much calcium that leave your bones, you know that? So if you didn't know that, you learned something today. So think about this. If you have hyperthyroidism, so if your thyroid is overactive, you know what's going on with you? You could end up losing all your bones. You can't go nowhere because if you for long, that is it. Hip replacement.
You end up being boneless.
Exactly so. So that is the thing, you know, at Batson Associates, a matter of dealing with the root cause of the problem. So if you're listening to this program and you want help, you genuinely, know the word I use, genuinely want help. Because you know there's some people that say they want help and they don't want help. We're not talking about that. We're talking about genuine people. If you have problems with sleeping, there's a product we recently, well not recently, about 2 years now using called Nerve Restore. Because Batson Associates, over the time and as time goes by, we always try to improve and get better. Nerve Restore, listen to me, that fixing any sleep. Anyone who has problems sleeping, once it is with correct situations, especially with your hydration and some other things with that Nerve Restore, I'm telling you, you'll be sleeping like a baby. Because Nerve Restore actually helps the body deal with stress. It reduces cortisol level. How many persons have stress? This product actually scientifically proven to reduce your cortisol levels so that you're actually able to function better. So, you know, don't be shy. Give us a call, give us a visit. Keep in mind, if you are in Trinidad or Tobago, the Shogunas office, that number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. There's a client, Miss Emma Grace Jones. She said, I'm using Equilibrium and I sleep well. There's another client, she said, the Nerve Restore is a godsend. I tell you, you literally feel, you can take that Nerve Restore and sleep for 3 hours and your sleep feel as if you sleep for 6 or 8. It actually rejuvenates the body. It's an adaptive. Actually helps your body build neurotransmitters. You know, that's the reason why we see sleep. And that's why a lot of persons don't sleep properly, because they do not have proper neurotransmitters. Your liver also is a serious organ as it relates to sleep. And there are actually packages that we have for our international clients, which is very light, nice small packages that we will actually ship out to you. We start to use certain products, the 7-channel detox, which is Santulan, kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. We also have the Equilibrium line, which is digestive balance. So those of you who may have a problem with acid reflux, bloating, belching, constipation, that is something that you should avail yourself of. So again, feel free to give us a call. That number for Dede is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number is 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. And keep in mind, we
Hi. Hello? Go right ahead.
So you have sciatica pain and you have burning under your feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other issues, any diabetes?
No.
Okay. All right. So you can listen. The thing is, when sciatica is usually herniation of what is referred to as your L5, which is your and that bone just below that known as the coccyx. So usually anyone who has a sciatic situation or sciatica is usually some part of the lumbar vertebrae, either L, anywhere between L. There's inflammation in that area. So we have to address the inflammation there, because that's actually going to radiate all the way down to the left, to your toes, the tip of your toes, under your feet, that type of thing. And that's because of that whole nerve situation. So you now have a nerve problem, and that is a nerve issue. At Batson Associates, there are a number of things that we use to correct that situation. So we mention with recommendations for your diet, because there are certain foods, for example, would cause that problem to be worse. So like excess coffee, diet, and then make the necessary. Great. Okay, great. Right. So you can always give us a visit. You know Shogunas area well. You know where our offices are.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So you could take some.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Thank you for your call. Yes, and those of you trying to get us, the number is 337-2287. Mr. Bagan, 337-2287. Ensure that your phone has sufficient funds to send the signal out to leave in studio. And those of you on the funds low on this side, you can use free WhatsApp today, free WhatsApp calls, 337-2287. For the international listeners, 1-868-337-2287. All right, so those are the numbers to dial if you're trying to get us in studio to ask your question to the doctor. Dr.Batson live on DJ Mamu Radio Thursdays from 2 to 3. We had a start day due to a power failure in Shogunas and central parts of the country, and we are back up at around 2:20. So we'll give Doctor maybe an extra 5 minutes because of go on to about maybe 3:30.
Okay,
so
no problem.
can be posed your WhatsApp, 337-2287. Questions this afternoon about diabetes, things that affect you, diseases, blood analysis, how you eat, when you eat, what you drink, when you drink it, how many hours of sleep you get. Because I will say, Doctor, during the course of the COVID-19, thousands of the people of this country suffered because of not being able to sleep, because they were worried about the COVID-19. They were worried about getting a call, this nephew or this cousin passed away, this person is not well. You know, a lot of people under stress. Do you have anything to deal with stress, Doctor, as we're talking about that?
Excellent. Yes, very good question. Yeah, the nerve restore. The thing is, nerve restore, as I said before, one of the ingredients in nerve restore is something known as LMA. Alma is also referred to as Indian gooseberry. If you know about Ayurvedic medicine, which I did study a good deal of, you would realize that Ayurvedic medicine focuses primarily on a lot of energy medicine, bringing balance, equilibrium, that type of thing. One of the other ingredients in that product is something known as kava. And what those ingredients do is actually help the body to deal with stress. The stress hormone itself, known as cortisol, is a hormone that causes a lot of problems in the body. So when you have excess cortisol levels in the body, it is easy to gain weight and maintain weight. So it might have a lot of women, they could be exercising, they're walking, they want to lose weight. Nothing is happening, and that's because the cortisol levels are high. You mentioned the pandemic. You know how many persons lost businesses, how many persons lost family members as a result of the pandemic. How many people had to worry because, you know, they had family trapped outside. So the stress level of mankind and the whole pandemic was ridiculous. So much so that in the medical fraternity, you hear a lot of persons say that psychiatric drugs for depression, anxiety, and those type of things, it escalated the amount of persons who had to take those things. So you want something now that does not make issue or cause problems with the brain chemistry, and that is exactly what nerve restore does. It's a natural product. As I said, facilitates sleep, and it is an adaptogen. So it actually helps the body adapt or deal with stress. You know, the analogy, let's say you're a taxi driver and you have a vehicle, you're working a route, so you're working Port of Spain to Barataria. Would you service your vehicle? Okay, good. So you're working Port of Spain, no, you're working Port of Spain to San Fernando. My apologies. The thing is, some people service their vehicle as if they're working from Port of Spain to Barataria. And the same like human body. When you make demands on your body, mentally, psychologically, physical demands on your body, because of work and stress, your body has to be compensated. And if you do not compensate your body, what's going to happen? It's like if you have money in the bank. If you take out, you keep taking, and you don't ever put back, what's going to happen? When a rainy day comes, you're in problems. So the same applies to the body. A lot of times you just take, you have children, you're dealing with children, you're going to work, you're doing this, you're taking care of everybody else except yourself. And God forbid is when you get a heart attack. Even now, you're forced to stop and pay attention. And then a lot of the times, that is when it's too late. So at Batson Associates, you know, we live by the mantra, if an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to the ultimate deal. He says, can I go to the Tobago location to purchase products? Yes, you can. And you can call the Tobago number. That number again is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. Let me say again a pleasant good afternoon. Ms. Rosina Britton, she's asking, Dr. Batson, what's the cost of the nerve restore? And you could call the office and get that information. And she asked if it will help with sciatica pain. It would, and it will make a big difference in your body. But I also suggest, depending on how your budget is running, you get inflammation formula and you get the omega with the astaxanthin. It is very important that you do that. And you'll be able to get some more information as regards to that. Let me just answer this question quickly. Clifton Henry says, Sandy Henry, after 2 years, is not having a period. Is this normal in menopause? Well, what they have to do, in order for a woman to know that she has gone through menopause, she needs to consistently for 2 years, which is 24 months, not have seen her menstrual cycle. That's primarily what it is. So if it is that is happening, the possibility exists that she has gone through menopause. You can monitor it a little longer, and that is what the case. If she does have menopausal symptoms like hypertension, problems sleeping, anxiety, that type of thing, we also deal with that situation. So you can feel free to ensure that you give us a call. Okay?
Okay, those of you who'd like to get in, the number to dial, it's very simple, 337-2287, 337-2287 to speak with Dr. Jason and get your health in check right now, every Thursday at this on djmamoradio.com and their disposition. Stress level could be one of the negative into the bloodstream, and this affects the organs that gives you that a level of energy and that boost to have you feeling bouncy and nice and very agile all the time. So stress is the number one factor that causes all of these problems, and you should get that checked right away by paying a visit to the doctor or give them a call right now. We have a call coming in. Let me see this call. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Where are you calling?
I'm calling from Grenada.
Oh, we have a Grenada call on the line, doctor.
Yes, good day.
Yeah.
Pleasant. The Spice Island, how are you doing?
What I really want to find out is a price list. I would like to know how can I know the prices?
Oh, okay, good, no problem. What I will do, just the telephone number. You have a pen with you?
Yeah.
Okay, take this number. So 1-868 373
373
2388.
2388.
Yes, you just call that number or WhatsApp them, and they will send the information for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach Grenada. First caller from Grenada. Thank you. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye. Right, so there we go. This call coming from Grenada. So we have listeners in Grenada, doctor.
Yeah, man. We out and about, man.
Yes.
We out and about. Yeah, let me.
I'm sure that some of these patients of yours, clients, if you want to call them clients, patients, whatever they need, they would call you from time to time, and thank you very much for being there for them, because without the doctor, especially for health, things would not be in their favor.
Yes, definitely. Let me say something quickly. As it relates to testimonies, we actually have a client who gave us a testimony just a while ago. You constantly have testimonies. They are always posted up on our Facebook, our Instagram. So those of you who want to get more information, because we do a lot of promotions and whatnot, you can get that information for our social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. I have Miss Emma Grace Jones is saying Santulan is really good. So we have some products that are proven, they tried and tested, proven, and they actually give so much value to the client. So the products you want to remember would be like the eye optics formula. If you know someone who has an eye situation, maybe cataracts, glaucoma, detached retina, that's something that you could look for. Ms. Valerie Hippolyte is saying, how can you clean your blood? What would you recommend? And I would always recommend Santulan. Santulan is a product that we have been using 13 years plus, maybe about 14 years. It got its name officially, Santulan, maybe about 10 years ago. But it's a product that was in circulation before under a different name. And the thing is, what that product was actually able to do, Santulan was actually an improvement of that product. So Santulan is a product that has 11 different ingredients. You have things like Nigella sativia, you have papaya, you have ginger, you have persimmon leaves, you have mava leaves, you have marshmallow. And all these ingredients play an integral role in cleansing and detoxifying the kidney, the colon, the bloodstream, the liver, the lymphatic system, your skin, and your lungs. So almost anyone could benefit from that. Even children could use it in a reduced dose because it helps with parasitic worms and that type of thing. Because a lot of persons have bacterial, fungal, different types of infections. And the thing is, think about this for a minute. When all living organisms do what? They eat and they excrete. So imagine if you have parasites in your body or you have fungus or bacteria, which is minute. So let's say you have 1,000. We just say, we know it's more than 1,000, right? And all of these organisms eating and they excreting. What are they doing? They're stealing the nutrients from your food and then they excreting, so they're adding toxins to your blood. So it is no wonder why that there are so many persons who are sick and you can't get better, because that is what we call auto-intoxication. Auto is self, and intoxication means poison. So essentially, poisoning is just being circulated throughout your body. So that's why you're having problems with the migraines. You have migraines for years. That's why you have problems with your skin. Some people have things like Lota. For years, some people have atopic dermatitis. They have lichen planus. That's why you have problems with the intestine. Some people actually have colorectal problems where they have inflammatory bowel situations. So you may be going to the washroom and you're actually seeing blood in your stool, or you're seeing things looking like mucus, or things looking like very frothy. All those are indication of gastrointestinal imbalance. And when you have gastrointestinal imbalance, it causes a lot of problems in the body. That's very, very, so it's vitally important to pay attention to those things. And when you do that, it actually now makes a difference. So Santulan is something that you should try. Very easy product. That's a product we ship out all the time. We have clients in England, Canada, the United States, up the islands, Guyana, and it does clean and detoxify kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. So that's something that you could look forward to. You could get some information. Keep in mind, again, those telephone numbers and our walk-in clinics, which we have in Chaguanas every day. Saturday, I will be in that clinic this Saturday in Chaguanas. Tomorrow, please God, I'll be in St. James. And those telephone numbers, again, for the Chaguanas office is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Date is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number is 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That is 226-4553. Let me answer quickly.
Yes,
we have a call? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
You can put your question to the doctor.
Yes. Hello, Doc.
Hi, good day. How are you doing?
Good day. I'm doing good. I am Chano Palawan.
Okay, how are you doing? Pleased to meet you. How can I help you this afternoon?
Well, I just want to tell you how I feel. I am a diabetic. And when I'm hungry, I just feel sick. Like I just feel I will forgetting and thing. And when I eat and thing, I just like after I just feel good.
Okay, so tell me something. How long have you been a diabetic? How long have you had diabetes? You hearing me?
About 15 years, so.
Okay, 15 years. And what you using? Is it type 1? Is it insulin or is it medication? Is it insulin or is it medication?
Well, I'm using metformin.
Right. How much?
It's type 2.
Type 2, yeah. How many?
Well, I'm using metformin.
How many tablets are you using?
Yeah.
I just take one in the morning.
Okay.
I have type 2.
Okay.
I am type 2.
Right. And when you test the blood sugar, what readings do you get? What is your highest reading? What is your lowest reading you ever get?
But in the morning, the sugar has been a little low. It has been 135 and thing.
In the morning?
In the morning? That's not low. That's not low, that high. And what it is to be?
I just feel sick. I just feel sick. I don't have to. I just go up this time with something sweet.
No.
And then I will feel good with my head. I just feel sick with my head.
125 is too.
Yeah, that's too high. But one of the problems you have some problems with dizziness, right? You just feel dizzy and lightheaded.
No.
Okay, so when you say you feel, okay, well, what we could do with yeah, what you could do is take one of the telephone numbers and give us a call, and if there's anything, make an appointment, or we could do a consultation for you, and we will start to give you some assistance with that.
I was in your Western David a good while now, but I leave the town. That time I was not diabetic.
Oh, well, right. Well, you see, come back and see us, and let's see how we could fix you. All right?
So which part is
David's corner Ramsamud Trace. Yeah, we had moved from Lals Mall years now. So we corner Ramsamud Trace. But you have the telephone number, 223-7515?
Yeah.
Okay, so 223-7515. Call Miss Roma, and we will organize.
Okay.
All right, my dear. Take care. Yeah, God bless.
Thank you very much, Paula, for your interest in the program. And that was Chano. She said her name was Chano. Okay. Thank you, Chano. Right. And what we have here? Okay. So the number to call here, it's 337-2287. 337-2287. You can WhatsApp your call, 337-2287. Free today, as mentioned by the WhatsApp company. And we are doing this program live on djmamoradiott.com. This is our second program, and we invite you to tune in every Thursday from 2 to 3. Have your questions prepared when you get on air to ask the doctor questions, and he'll be able to help you. And if you feel you need further information, you can call the office. His numbers, he will give you those numbers just now, and make an appointment for consultation. Maybe you can just walk in, doctor. Is it walk-in consultation? Or
yeah, you can. Yeah, we have walk-in consultations. Shoguna's office, which is head office, that office takes walk-in consultations, walk-in blood analysis, anytime Monday to Saturday from 9 to 5. That office is facilitated and outfitted rather to facilitate any amount of walk-in clients that we have. With COVID, we had one or two challenges because of things. The only thing is you just need to wear your mask when you come, right? We have maintained that, as per, safety and whatnot. And you could come in and get your consultation done, because as I said, a lot of persons there and they're suffering, you're not sure, you don't know what to do. The only way to get an answer, my great-grandmother taught me a lesson. She said in life, you must ask. There are only two responses to a question, yes or no. So no, ask. Yeah. The mom said no. Yeah, exactly so. So, ask a question and you would be able to be given an answer. Ms. Valerie Hippolyte is asking about the Santulan for fatty liver. Yes, we do have in stock. And that is something that, again, you can avail yourself of and use the telephone numbers for that. Keep in mind, we are live on social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad.
Number to call, 337-2287. Or WhatsApp, 337-2287. Ask your question. You can send text message if you prefer. Or even call and have your issues dealt with with the doctor today on djmamoradiott.com. Health is very important, listeners. Don't wait until it's too late.
Health
as the doctor said, if you feel
health.
success.
If you think health is expensive, try sickness.
Try sickness, yes. I like that. I like the rhyme. So I'm going to tell you this: if you feel health is expensive, try sickness, and then you will know how expensive sickness is. And today we are what you call short, cash strapped for money. We're buying food and everything else. So if you are not healthy, you cannot go to the grocery, you cannot go to the wedding, you cannot go to any party because you're not in good condition. So the basic here is, the first step is ensure that you are healthy, you have an abundance of energy to move around, and you're feeling lively, and you're not feeling depressed. Because when you are depressed, stress levels could cause it, and so many other things in your body interferes with the operations of the organs and the glands and the blood flow and so on. So we advise you again to seek help, consultation at Batson and Associates. Dr. Jason Batson is in studio, and we have about 8 minutes to go again, doctor, so you can continue.
Yes, sir, definitely. Keep in mind, and the thing is, we have a large team working with us, a very well-trained consultants. We have Miss Karishma Ramdan, who has been with us for over 10 years. We have Mr. Rene Bustamante, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Stefan Vialva. So, you know, and we have a big team, a very qualified, effective, efficient team to help situations. And let me quickly just address someone on our social media. Ms. Rosalind Britton says, what product for clogged arteries? Good question. Balanced circulation, the circulation tea, are two products that we use. Balanced circulation as a capsule that is actually used for persons with blood pressure and that type of thing, because it actually helps to regulate blood pressure levels, because it actually helps to cleanse and tone the arteries. Also, keep in mind, when you have blocked arteries, you know, that's build up a plaque in the arteries, and there are certain type of supplements that we use in the realm of enzymes and certain EDTA to actually clean those arteries out. And you know, where persons may have done an echocardiogram or an angiogram, and they came, we worked with them, and then subsequent to that, maybe a year after, 2 years, they went and they checked and all cleared. So that's what you want, you know, that was non-invasive. They didn't have to spend this large amount of money, because, you know, a lot of times you may go and do triple bypass, quadruple bypass. I mean, just going under the surgery alone is one thing. The prices are next thing. And then the results you get is another thing. Because the thing is, if you do not change your diet, if you do not change your protocol, if you're stressed out and you're still worrying, your heart going to go back in the same situation that it was before. So it's a matter of, you know, really dealing with the root cause of the problem and doing what is known as preventative maintenance. I always tell people that your vehicle, you don't just drive your car until it stops. And then you have to go. You know, cars have an ambulance. The ambulance for a car is a wrecker, you know. Yeah, that's the ambulance for cars. So the human beings, we have ambulance. We know about that. So it's when you end up in the situation where you're shut down, is then the ambulance have to come for you. So we're trying to prevent you from shutting down. That's what we're trying to do. So today, God's willing, once you understand, today is the 13th of October, 2022. Make that call, place that call, and try and get yourself better. You have problems with your eyes, we're helping you with that. There's a lady asking me a question about fatty liver. We have things for that. Because a lot of people do not understand. When you have a fatty liver, you're in real trouble, you know. Don't let anybody fool you and tell you you're fatty. Remember, your liver is the largest internal organ in your body, you know. Your liver has over 500 different functions. Metabolic, digestive. Your liver is your sleep organ. Your liver converts protein to amino acid and amino acid to proteins. Your body uses amino acids to make neurotransmitters, which help you and preserve proper mental and neurological health. So that's why if you're not sleeping, women who have PMS, if you pass the stage of menopause or you're going through menopause, you're premenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, after menopause, Batson Associates helps with that, because women end up with PMS. And in that PMS situation, you have problems. There are problems with anxiety. There are problems with depression. They have elevated blood pressure levels. A whole host of things could go wrong with you during that situation, and you wouldn't believe how easy that is to fix. So feel free. There's actually a testimony that we have up with a young lady who came to us 16 years with bad depression and anxiety. And her mother, after we worked with her for 7 months, her mother gave us a testimony. Impressive on all lengths. She has full recovery, and this is a child that if she didn't get the help from us, she would have been in a mental institution. That's to tell you how serious it was. And all we did was made adjustment to diet, various supplemental regimes, put certain things in place in order to help that individual. So again, feel free to give us a call or visit those telephone numbers for the Shogunas office. Shogunas is located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Sorry. The Debe office is the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, that's 226-4553. To book your online consultation with any one of our senior consultants, The telephone number you can call is 1-868. That's area code 868. Telephone number 373-2388. Again, 868-373-2388. And for follow-ups, so you are international client, you use the product, you need a follow-up, that telephone number to call is 868-366-0180. 868-366-0880. Over to you, DJ Mamu.
Well, we're getting closer to the end of today's session, Dr. Jason Batson. And because of our situation in Central Trinidad, we had to extend the program because our listeners have been anxiously awaiting this. Now, those of you in your text messages, Doctor, I'd like you to repeat those numbers again for those who are trying to get onto the daily channel, would like to have that number again.
Okay, good, no problem. So for the Shogunas, because this is the easiest number to call, 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And for the international persons to book a consultation, wherever in the world you are, you know, we have serious technology now. That telephone number is 868-373-2388. Again, that's 868-373-2388. And for our Shogunas office, which is head office, that's first floor Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogona, sorry, that number is 222-8261. Again, that's 222-8261. Debe is located on the Ramsamoon Trace and the SS Erie Main Road. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, that's 226-4553. You have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, who support your health naturally. So, you know, this is going to be our ongoing program. So we look forward as time goes by. I think we improved significantly today. We got a lot of calls despite our little technical difficulties and starting the time we started. So definitely looking forward to getting on to more persons, helping more persons. DJ Mamusa, it's always a pleasure to be in your company. And as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Let me quickly say, those of you who have access to social media, please add us. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. So just how it's spelled, B-A-T-S-O-N, Batson, A-N-D, and Associates, A-S-S-O-C-I-A-T-E-S, Limited. Facebook, Instagram, Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, Batson and Associates Trinidad. So, till next week, God's willing. See you guys.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jason Batson, for spending your time with us, your very precious time, very busy, so many of the offices to visit. I want to wish you all the best until we hear from you next week, Thursday, 2 o'clock, sharp on time on DJMamuRadioTT.com. Wish you a safe and happy and pleasant weekend. Until we meet again. Thank you, Dr. Jason Batson.
Yes, sis. Same to you, DJ Mamu. Take care. God bless.
You've been listening to Your Health, Your Wealth on DJMamuRadioTT.com. And today we had Dr. Jason Batson with us, speaking about various aspects about health and your concern. And it's very important that you make a check and have a check done on your name to have your check revisited. Thank you for checking in. Until next week, Thursday, 2 o'clock. We ask you to stay tuned to DJMamuRadioTT.com. Coming your way at 6 o'clock. We have live coverage.
Yes, my social media person. So let me just answer some questions quickly. That was our program on DJMamuRadioTT.com. Right? Pascal Trisha, or Trisha Pascal. All right, what causes cells to be round but make a peak? That's digestive problems. That's clear indication of lack of enzymes. Your food do not digest properly. At Batson & Associates, we carry a product called Digestive Balance. We also carry one called Digestive Restore. And we also have Gastro Tea, very good product for helping with the gastrointestinal system as well. Yes.
What can be used for high iron in the blood?
High iron in the blood.
Yeah, that's high iron in the blood. What can be used?
If you have high iron, that is, the thing is you don't get high iron just so well. Oh, well, no, there are certain blood disorders that could have that. The thing is, iron in the absence of vitamin C could cause constipation. But I need to get some more information on that, because if you have a problem with high iron, it means it's a hematology problem that you have, and the possibility exists there's some sort of bone marrow situation, possibly. I'm just saying, based on my knowledge of hematology and how blood would operate and that type of thing. So you could always seek some further advice from us. Contact any one of our offices. We have open clinic days. So in Shogunas means that you do not necessarily have to have an appointment. You know you're sick, just call the office and tell them you're coming. If you want to do the blood analysis, you want to do the magnetic resonance analysis scan, you fast for 2 hours. Okay? Let me see. There was someone who was asking a question. All right, yes, that's what Shakeen had asked me. Good. So Ms. Vanetta Reed says, thank you, Dr. Batson, for a very informative day. God bless you. Thank you so very much.
Also, people from YouTube, Elizabeth, Mary, say, much appreciated. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
She's a consistent YouTuber.
She's a consistent YouTuber. Okay, thank you so very much. I need to focus on my YouTube people sometime too. But it's just the placement of the phones. But we'll fix that because we have to do some work in the studio. Okay, guys? So keep in mind those international numbers for the clients. So those of you who may have family abroad, they have a cousin sick, somebody listening to the program, they want to talk to us for the longest while, they want to get the products, book your online consultation with any one of our consultants. That telephone number is 868-373-2388. Don't worry, anything that comes through international, I am going to see it. All right? So it is going to be, you have competent people working with you. I have Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, Rene Bastamante, and others, working with us. And those of you who are our international clients, you have dealt with us before, and just for follow-up, you could please message us on 868-366-0180. So that's 868-366-0180. You have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson & Associates, supporting your health naturally. God bless you. I break Bish on Sunday. I do apologize for that. That was not deliberate. But it is sometime. I think I genuinely needed some rest because I had a really, really long day. Right? Before I go, let me just answer this question quickly. Pascal Trisha is saying, tell me, what does proarginine really do? Proarginine is a nitric oxide activator. Nitric oxide is a gas that is used in your body. And once you have sufficient levels of nitric oxide in your body, you cannot, will not, and shall not get a cardiovascular accident. You cannot get a stroke. You cannot get a heart attack. You cannot suffer from hypertension. So what proarginine does is actually increase your L-arginine or L-arginine L-citrulline, which are precursors to nitric oxide. What I do suggest, if you have a poor circulation problem, you should do the water, your body weight divided by 2 ounces with the alkagen water first, and then use a product like proarginine. So if you never used it before, you could at least get some information from us. Okay? So again, keep in mind our testimony. That testimony will be going up, Shakil said, sometime by the end of the week.
Today.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. He says today. Well, it's afternoon, Shakil.
I know what today.
Today, he says going up. So you guys can look out for that testimony. And of course, encourage other persons to get better. Definitely. Okay, guys. So as we always say at Batson & Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless you guys. And until Sunday, I'm not breaking wish on Sunday. Saturday, I'm supposed to most likely be doing my Saturday morning program. So yes, I'm going to do Saturday morning's program. So look forward for me on Saturday. Yes, and we will organize the suit. Yes, Shaki.
Yes, guys, by the way, Dr. Batson's birthday is on Monday, right, the 17th of October. So he's taking all the wishes and happy birthdays all over the weekend. Does that you guys know? Yeah, his birthday is on Monday, the 17th of October.
Yeah, so we all the Shaki Selma out there, right? So You know, thank God for life and strength. All right? Take care of yourself and God bless. Till Saturday and then Sunday, please God.